Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here at Le Mans. Yes, Gran Turismo 7 back with more racing. This time around we're here for the first event in the Nations Cup Series, or technically the third event of the Nations Cup Series. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live a couple of days ago where we took part in the first Manufacturers Series event, yeah, would definitely recommend going back and checking that one out. I sort of explained why we missed the first couple of rounds of both of these championships, but fingers crossed we're going to jump in today. Now, yeah, like I said, if you missed out on that video, we'd definitely recommend going back and seeing it. But yeah, today though, fingers crossed we can have a good race here at Le Mans. They didn't quite have the start to that campaign as we would have wanted. What is that guy doing? I don't think he's aware of anything that's going on around him at the moment. But yeah, fingers crossed though. That's a half-second penalty. I broke off the circuit because he was parked on the racing line. Anyway, yeah, we'll just jump straight in with our fastest qualifying lap, like we normally do. Not a bad first lap then, down onto a 23 flat. Definitely lost a bit of time, stuck behind the German through the final sector there, but kind of just disposed of him. Maybe not the fairest way I possibly could have, but yeah, of course the hybrid system works so weirdly on a Gran Turismo. I do worry perhaps that first lap is just going to be the best based on the fact that we just don't have the battery usage where we need it on this second one. That and the fact I got a monstrous run through Tetra Rouge, but 3/10 up actually through Sector 1, so I guess we'll take that. And now, but yeah, we've got a benchmark to go up against, so I reckon that 21 is doable. Lost a couple of tenths down at Mulsanne corner. Just hesitated a little bit on the brake, but still up in the green at the moment. Well, still actually purple at the moment. Just try and get a good run through the Porsche curves. That's going to be the key. And then really launch it through the final chicane here. This might have to be an all or nothing second half of the lap here at Le Mans. Difficult to spot the braking zone down at Arnage. Not sure if it's just how dark it is in game or the fact I've made the mistake of leaving my window open, my curtains open. I can barely see the screen at the moment, which is kind of just guessing our way around Le Mans at the moment, but this should be where I make up some time. Ran a little bit wide there through the end of the Porsche curves. Is that going to be a track limits violation? Yes, it is. And that may well be qualifying done and dusted. So this guy, he's going to block us as well. And that is really frustrating, because that is going to be a whole host of penalties. And that, well, yeah, that would have been a 21 there. That is heartbreaking. Qualifying ruined. But we know we've got good pace in the car still. Oh, Gran Turismo, I promise, I hope you never, ever change. Here we are then, ready for round 3 then of the Gran Turismo Nations Cup Series. Yeah, for about a 24-minute race here at Le Mans. Rather looking forward to this one though. A lot of Porsches, a couple of Toyotas as well. They are missiles down the straights, but just got nothing in comparison through the corners there. Frenchman on pole there, actually managed to do a 120.3 at the end of qualifying, so 2 seconds clear. That was a very, very fast lap there. The Irishman in P2 ahead of the Italian then, yeah, we do still line up P4 there, so despite losing out on our second lap time there. Spaniard in 5th place ahead of the first of the Toyotas in 6th there, driven by a Polish driver. Another Frenchman in 7th in yet another Toyota there. And you can see back to the Porsches, Frenchman in P8. P9 then, another Frenchman. There's a lot of those here today. Everyone wants to race at Le Mans. And then I think we got the same Russian we raced in that other race from a couple of days ago there. Another Polish driver in P11, once again in the Toyota. A Porsche driven by an Italian in P12. Interesting liveried Porsche in P13 there by our fellow Brit. The German in 14th there. Love the Golf livery on that car. And then that's the German that blocked us in qualifying in yet another Porsche there. And rounding out the grid, one last Frenchman in one last Porsche. But ready then here at Le Mans. 7 laps ahead of us. You have got to pit once. But yeah, tyre wear is on, I think, 4 times. Fuel is on 1. So we'll only need to pit for tyres there. So it's just a debate of whether you pit lap 3 or lap 4 here. So yeah, that is going to get very interesting to see as well. But we need to keep it clean and tidy. We need some good championship points as well here. And fingers crossed we can just make it through all nice and clean. It's about to go green then here at Le Mans Racing, or starting even I should say, in the darkness. As we head out of the final corner. The Jets are still going to do their flyover. Not sure how useful that's going to be in pitch black. But anyway, out then as we get ready to start here at Le Mans. 7 laps, like I said, ahead of us should be, yeah, it's going to be close to a 24-minute race here around this venue. The track limits are going to be absolutely critical. There is immediately trying to apply some pressure to the Italian just in front. Make sure we got all our dash settings up correctly. Ooh, he's going to go very optimistic down at the bottom of the hill though. We'll have a look up the inside in towards Tête Rouge. That all got a little bit close for comfort early on there. I thought well, he clearly made the mistakes there, so I thought he spotted us trying to look up the inside, and unfortunately that was immediately giving the Irishman and the Frenchman up the road a big advantage here. As I think, is this a Toyota coming up towards me? No, I think it's just a fellow Porsche actually. The Toyotas, you'll know when they're coming up towards you because they will absolutely fly by. So we head down in towards the first chicane here. We've got cars absolutely everywhere, as that is someone just trying to muscle their way through. I think that was a Toyota that sneaks up into P3 there, as I lose 3 places in one corner. Not how we wanted to start here at Le Mans, but again, like I said, those Toyotas, they'll lose a lot down through the twisty bits in the second half of the lap. We've just got to try and keep up, I think, with these other Porsches as well as we head down in towards the next chicane. This guy's just going to move out in front of me. Where is the braking marker? There it is. I'll try and spot the 100-metre marker there. There's a lot of contact early on. And I've never had that happen in this car. Just completely broke free under traction. It's got 4-wheel drive. How was it doing that there? As I think someone else might have followed us. And again, another race. And just another unfortunate error here early on. But yeah, 7 laps though still at Le Mans. So we have got plenty of time there. It's just look how weird the BOP is in these cars as well. That Toyota pulling away like it's got a different kind of engine in it. So we've got someone having a look at the inside there. Luckily they're going to ghost, because he never thought he was going to slow that thing down at the right time. But yeah, it looks like we've actually got a little bit of extra grunt off the corner with the battery, and then just immediately these Toyotas are just going to fly past me here. As around the outside they go. We're actually going to get a push from one of them. It's going to give me a little bit more of their fight as we head down in towards India's. There we go, look at that Toyota steaming past another Porsche. Sparks flying side by side in towards Indy. Try and hook it up around the outside. Are we going to be able to get the move done? We'll have the inside for our nudge, so fingers crossed. Try and get it slowed down as well. There was contact, I think, on the outside. And we will now move back up then into P10. Under a lot of pressure, though, early on here, as yeah, it really is just a case of trying to utilise the battery the best way possible. It looks like the Irishman as well, who was up at P2, has dropped back. So I think we can pretty safely say I think the Frenchman's going to win this one. Let's see if we run into some sort of issues later on, but I mean, yeah, the fact these corners are completely flat out there, and someone clearly has not found their way through this final sector. They're down the one gear through the second arc, and then just, yeah, really attack the curbs there. And look at the run we've got immediately up the inside of one of the other Porsches. We're still side by side as we head down in towards the final chicane now. I think we're just going to back out of that one. So we just make a bit of a hash of it though. Can we try and go slow in, fast out of the final chicane? No. In other words, he just sits on the apex on the exit. And yeah, at the end of that one then we are in P9 there. But look at how much more deploy we've got. So we head back down towards turn 1 there and immediately rocket ship back up into P8. So it's all kicking off then early on here at Le Mans. I think someone else trying to just send it down at the third chicane. We obviously saw a lot of carnage actually in the real life race there down towards turn 1. That was more the LMP2s though that just decided they were going to completely beat each other up. There is another place picked off. That was definitely Toyota based on the line he took through there as well. That's going to be a half-second penalty. That is going to be a big L as we head out onto the back straight. Yep, there we go. And now I think we're going to see the Toyota, look at that, near enough a second back when we got onto the straight, and he's going to be clean past me. How weird is this bot there? I mean, he's got so much overspeed, you can barely sort of calculate it in time. And then we'll got the toe back from him. Why? Why now is this thing just suddenly breaking traction everywhere? What is that about? I don't know if it's the dirty air as well or what. Why does this car suddenly now just have no rear end grip on corner exits? I never had an issue with it in qualifying, and now it's constant. So there we go, another guy, I'm guessing, having the same issues as I had. I just don't get it. It just seems really odd on Gran Turismo, like you have really got no say over whether it's going to do it or not. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to pit, obviously, like I said, unless you want a 1 minute penalty, which I don't think anyone's stupid enough to take. Yeah, we've got to just get on with it. Someone clearly taking a very, very early pit stop then in this race. Only the end of lap 2. I mean, TORA I don't think is going to play a big factor here. It seems a bit early to be going for it, unless they just desperately want the clear air. Seems a bit strange though, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes for them. Just had a look on the mini-map as somehow we picked up another half-second penalty. Someone else appears to have gone round, so as horrible as it is, it's nice to know I'm not the only one here that's still having issues with it, and I think it was the Italian just in front. So yeah, we're still in purple though at the moment, so we have definitely still got the pace. I feel like I say this every time though on Gran Turismo. We have got good pace, just not quite the consistency that we need still on this game. But that will come with more playtime, I suppose. There we go. Irishman in P2 is going to box at the end of lap 3. I think we're going to stay out one more here, as a lot of people into the pits. So this might have already been a bit of a mistake there based on the two cars that are battling in front of us, but launching it at the final chicane. Look at that, 22.5, not that far away from the fast lap there. I mean, he's just got a whole lot quicker, but we're only a few tenths away there. When you remember we had that penalty, and that does really cost you for a long part of the lap. What is that understeer? Just out of nowhere hits you at the first couple of corners, but yeah, we've still got Toyota and a Porsche just in front. But yeah, I feel like we have good pace in the car. There is Toyota. He's going to completely trip them both over. Porsche is going to try and cook it up right around the outside there. Fair play to him for going for it. He's done it. We'll have the slipstream though as we head down the first part of the Mulsanne. So wait and see what we can do. But I mean, really what's going to happen here is the Toyota's probably going to get both of us. So we're going to try and duck out the slipstream here side by side. Where is the Toyota going to go? Oh, he's going to ram me. Ah! I mean, that just is ridiculous. 190 odd miles an hour though out of the Porsche. I don't think I was ever going to get today. Just give him a little bit of a, a little bit of a kiss on the exit there. You know, a punt for a punt here on Gran Turismo 7. But I mean, yeah, that thing, just look at it. You get up to about 170, and then you just wave goodbye there. I mean, this car for some reason in the BOP has like 500 brake horsepower just under, which is definitely not many at Le Mans. I mean, it's quite impressive actually. With 500 brake horsepower, the fact it's still able to do 190 when you consider sort of the downforce levels running on it. You can just see again through the twisty bits. all that time that the Toyota gains, we just have right back again. It'll be down at the final few corners then. We'll try and get the move done before we get back to the pit lane, I suppose. There we go then, as we head down in towards the Porsche curves. He's going to pull away a lot down here again, once we get up to about 5th gear, but then I'm ready just to see the green accents on that car get a whole lot bigger just in front of me. I don't think, to be honest, we're doing too badly at the moment, as the leader has opted to stay out another lap, but how much time now are we going to gain on this guy as we head through here? It's still a very, very high-speed section. Whoa! Okay, that's going to be quite a lot, as we've absolutely flown past the Toyota there. That might have been a penalty as well for track limits again. I mean, it's just very, very difficult to try and guess them correctly, but I actually reckon it's worth staying out another lap, to be honest, because I don't want to get stuck battling all of those guys as we chuck it through the final chicane. We're going to be back up into P3 then, but yeah, tyre wear is non-existent around here, so we may as well just stay out one more, I suppose. And now, hopefully with a bit of clear air, I mean, is 3 seconds even enough ahead of that Toyota? I'm not convinced. As we come towards the end of lap 5 then, fuel is still okay at this stage of the day, and to be honest, we're on a really, really good lap here, so I'm tempted to just try and consolidate fastest lap in the event as well, but yeah, we're closing up a lot of time on the Spaniard there, as you can see, about a second up, so there we go. Won't be fastest, then we may as well box at the end of this one, as I mean, those final few corners, when you get them hooked up, this car is absolutely on rails here, and I'm starting to wonder, is the Frenchman, no, he's definitely not in a Toyota, is he? As into the pit lane we come. Looks like the Spaniard is going to try and stay out one more, so we are obviously, ooh, have I just accidentally underfueled the car? I reckoned we needed a little bit of fuel here. That's brave. It's the Frenchman. Is he in the Toyota? In the leader? I don't know, actually, at the moment. But yeah, we do lose quite a lot of time through the pit cycle, I feel, around Le Mans. But here comes the Porsche into the box. Just make sure we keep it clean and tidy. I mean, it's all automated. I don't know why I say that. You know, it's not like F1. But heading out of the lane we go then. Where are we going to re-emerge in this race? We're going to be back out in about P6 then, by the looks of it. So I've not actually done too badly up to now, but we've still got a few more places to try and recover. You know, the car's not far away though. Podium is still definitely on the table here. So we can look at immediately the sort of time we gain over the Toyota there, and I mean Tetra Rouge is completely flat, and we'll get all over the back of him. That's pretty much perfect in terms of slipstream, because then he's just going to start putting away again. But look at the draft we've got this time around. I don't know why he's weaving to break the toe so badly, but yeah, nearly 190 there, completely, well, not quite organically, but not far away. As we head down the Mulsanne, you can just see it also helps us take time out of the other Porsche. Really trying to chuck the car into the first part there. That might be a penalty for the Toyota, as we're going to head out onto the second of the Mulsannes. We've got another Porsche closing in, actually. Here comes the Toyota once more, though. So, I mean, this is... I mean, look at that. That's just a done deal, isn't it? Unfortunately. But, yeah, things getting very, very weird then at this stage of the day. You know, just the way this race is panning out. As you can see, we're all sort of just merging into each other at the moment as I try not to bottle it out of the chicane once more. But yeah, I think now we're going to see the Toyota probably get a move done down in towards the Porsche, into Mulsanne corner, even I should say. German going wildly defensive though, and it's not really for any good, to be honest. But we might see the Porsche out drag him on the exit. We'll have to wait and see about that. So we almost come together there at the end of the back straight, and there we go. Oh, that's what I mean. German gets straight back past him. I'm not really too sure why the Polish driver's defending that so aggressively, because all he's just going to do is slipstream straight back past him. It's not really going to make much difference here as we all weave our way down towards Indianapolis, and now we might be able to get a run on the German, who is going to try and go defensive here. Look at the overspeed we've got though, to the outside in towards Indianapolis, and we'll have the inside for the next corner, but just way too brave on the brakes there, and that's going to mean we're not only do we not gain the place, we actually lose one in the process as well. Move up the inside in towards the slowest corner of the lap. That's not quite going to pay off for him. It's all kicking off here, but the battle for P4 is getting spicy. Because I'm wondering, if the Spaniard doesn't pit here, he's definitely going to get penalty, so we'll have to wait and see. Confirmation in just a moment. Yeah, I think he is into the pits now, isn't he, at last? It's through the Porsche curves we go for the penultimate time. Are we going to gain anything more? Are the team going to say we need to pit as well before the end of this? He's going to be tight on fuel, but I think we should be good. So that was all over the curb, and I wonder if we'll get away with that one. He's going to be tight on fuel here come the end of the race. But yeah, this is still definitely a battle for the podium then, as why is this German going so slowly through the final chicanes. I'll give him a little bit of a push there, and yeah, we will have just enough fuel then to see us through to the checkered flag. But this is getting really spicy. A lot of cars all duking out then on the final lap here at Le Mans. The Spaniard has come back out in P3, but he is definitely not safe from all of this as well. There's Toyota has got a penalty. This is going to get really, really interesting here. I think if we finish 7th, it will certainly be a 7th without any drama. So German. Oh, come on, man. You can't just rejoin the track and sit on the racing line like that. And that's going to be a 3-second penalty, and that is basically going to be our race completely over there. I mean, he just wildly runs off the circuit and then flings himself back across the racing line, and I just cannot do anything about that. But we're just going to keep trying to race hard then to the very end still. I mean, he's just so slow in the way there. And I mean, Gran Turismo, yeah, and these sorts of cars, you just can't do anything about it. Oh, and there we go. Of course. If ever there was going to be one more thing to happen in this race, we had so good pace right from the beginning there, but just that keeps happening today, and I still haven't really sussed out why there. Because, I mean, yeah, the Frenchman at the front is going to absolutely dominate this one, but I think, yeah, P9 is going to be the best we're going to be able to get now, because just so much carnage. And, yeah, a lot of bad luck as well there. Like I said, I don't know what the German was doing. He clearly never had the pace. He just kind of sat in the way through a lot of the corners. Like I said, just flung himself off the road and then just completely re-emerges right in front of me. You know, wouldn't even have time to brake there in that moment. But here comes another Porsche. One of the cars is running really, really low on fuel now, or what? Get it slowed down nice and tidy. Try and use the curbing on the exit. And yeah, it's just going to be another race of what if, unfortunately, here on GT7. We can't afford to have too many of these. As the run he's got now really saved a lot more battery as we went down in towards Mulsanne corner there, because he's got huge overspeed on me on the exit. And I think, yeah, whether we have a penalty or not then, he's going to slide back up into P8 of the race. Trying to look back around the outside through Indy, but yeah, definitely not anything going to happen there. See if we can just force an error though, which we can. Maybe this battle isn't over just yet. I mean, he's just going to fly past me now. There we go. So I think, yeah, that is pretty much just going to do it for us. Are we going to be able to hang on from the guys behind? That is the other real question. Is we've got another pole trying to close in. Come on. Just got to try and hang on through the final few corners here at Le Mans. But again, yeah, just another race where, I mean, P2 was definitely on the table in this one. It should have been quite a safe P2, to be honest. But that's the way Gran Turismo 7 seems to be treating me at the moment, as we try not to do anything stupid down in towards the final couple of corners. Maybe someone at the road I've missed that hasn't hit in this race for whatever reason. But yeah, it's probably not really going to save us much. Ooh, where am I off? That is not the line. Oh, come on, don't loop it now. Somehow just about get the car down, and it's going to be P8 there in the end. And it was the German. Of course it was. So not only could we have had probably quite a good result there, but it was the German that didn't pit that also cost me at the checkered flag there. So that is rather frustrating when all is said and done. But yeah, GG to the Frenchman in the front there, 38 seconds clear when all is said and done there. An absolutely dominant display by him, and the Spaniard hung on for P2 there. Another, yeah, first Toyota actually on the podium as well, so they've not done too badly there. And yeah, just not a race to remember for ourselves. You can have a look at the rest of your finishes there. Looks like the German, yeah, is probably going to be either 14th or 15th. So that's rather annoying there that we got screwed by a guy that had already screwed himself. And yeah, he did finish last, thanks to his penalty there. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. If you have enjoyed it, please do make sure you leave a like. Get yourself subscribed as well. And we'll be back very, very soon with more Gran Turismo 7 content.